30, gets around the hole shot 8 at 798 on the 790. 29th hour margin of victory comes on left side. Braxton Scott and Dylan McNichol next. The FTI Lucas Oil and Hoosier special for Dylan McNichol out of Northport, Florida. The McIlvain chassis, 791 dialing. Braxton Scott on the right. Trailers entry, 790 dialing left side. Couple of Florida-based juniors. .400 separate him on reaction time. Advantage Braxton Scott. Win light will come on for Braxton Scott. 007 get there second to be 7 above the dial, and Dylan 047 and under by 25 thousandths. Took just a little bit too much stripe, and Braxton Scott gets the win. Attention in the bits, attention in the bits. I have called Footbrake round 3. Footbrake round 3. I will now take no box. No box and Footbrake round number 3, lanes 5 and 6, please. No box and Footbrake lanes 5 and 6. Keep in mind I will call doubles separately. Once again, Footbrake and no box. Footbrake and now no box. Round 3, I will take you to lanes 5 and 6, please. Bud Trammell the second, another aging out junior left side. 8 flat the island for the South Carolina-based hot rod. 813 for Paul Stauba out of New Jersey. Stauba will go first. Trammell gives chase. Stauba with the better reaction time right side. And Stauba with the win, 824 on the 813 as Trammell is 9 above the dial in. Stauba with the better reaction time. And Paul will pick up the win. Move to round number 3. Dexter Gomez and Holden Bell next. Ohio representing right-hand side, 806 dial in. 790 dial in for the North Carolina-based hot rod of Bell left side. Dexter Gomez, better reaction time. Dexter with the win, 811 on the 806. 5 above the dial in right side. Holden Bell, 795 on the 795 above left side. Better reaction time gets Gomez the win. Riley Scott comes up next. The second of the Scott family right trailer entries. 830 dial in left side. Jason Stewart out of St. Petersburg, 8 flat the dial in right side. Couple of Florida-based junior dragsters. Riley Scott gets to go first by 0.3 of a second. Once again, I have called Footbrake and no box. Footbrake and no box, round number 3. Take you to the lanes 5 and 6, please. Footbrake and no box. Footbrake and no box. I'll take you for round 3. Lanes 5 and 6. I am called doubles separately. So once again, if you are doubled, call you separately. You need to be a little bit quicker on round 3. We're going to start to get down to a smaller number. I believe we are down to a total of 53 cars remaining on the no box side. Stewart turns at 9th red, so Riley will join Braxton for round 3. Goes 8:31 on the 8:30 dial-in. Stewart slows to an 8:17. Carson Weed comes up next out of Wisconsin on the half-scale left-hand side. My apologies. Carson already has run the age group. This is actually Carson Denny. Or Jordan Denny, not Carson Denny. I'm mixing up both of them. You can tell I don't have enough energy drinks. Left-hand side, Jordan Denny, last night's aging out shootout winner. 796 dialing for Jordan Denny. Right-hand side is Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson with the sparkly glove on, dialed in 793. Jordan Denny with the better reaction time, and Jordan keeps the win lights coming. 0:38, takes 16 to be above by 13. Right side above by 12. Jordan gets the whole shot aided victory. Your final pair of round number 2, and it's a couple of aging out juniors, Matty Douglas and Wyatt Big Papa Palmatier. The man who makes Miracle Grow jealous, Wyatt Palmatier out of the land, 4808 dial in right-hand side. Matty Douglas sitting on the wait-and-see buy run in the New Hampshire-based Mike Boss chassis, 791 dial in. And Wyatt, beard must have gotten in the way of his vision. 015 red, so Madison Douglas 017 green and 795 on the 791. So Madison will come back for round number 3. That'll wrap up round number 2 of Junior Dragsters and round number 2 of competition. So we're going to touch on... sprinkles. So the weather forecast has been drastically changing for tomorrow from what we looked at less than 24 hours ago. So we will aim to be on the racetrack at 8:30 if everything is in good condition. Obviously, that is subject to change, but our plan is to be on the track at 8:30 with round 4 of Footbrake and no box. We will run the rest of that race to completion and then make a decision based on where we are on time factor. So once again, we will finish round 3 tonight. That is the plan. So if you get a win light, provided you are not doubled, put them in the box, you are done for the evening. We will aim to come back round 4 of this event tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning and starting again with Footbrake and no box. We will run the race to completion before we start our next one. And we will look at the weather forecast as well as our options before we make the announcement about the next one. So keep that in mind. Again, we appreciate everybody's patience. The weather forecast for today was supposed to be very clear. Again, over 4 hours of downtime. We appreciate everybody's patience for helping us get that in. If you take all of that out, first round, 536 cars completed in just over 4 hours time. That is slightly less than 1 minute per pair. And we appreciate each and every one of you making the efforts to help us do that. So we will prep the racetrack and get ready for round number 3 of Footbrake and no box. Box door cars. We will call you after doubles for Footbrake and no box. So again, we have called Footbrake and no box for single entries. We will call the doubles next, and then we will call the box door cars for single entries. So again, working here with the Bradenton staff, we do not want to run anybody into a curfew status if we can't help it. So we want to make sure we keep everybody online. We appreciate your part in doing so today. We appreciate your part doing so for round 3. Once again, one other thing that we have just been alerted to, the fuel station has been closed for the evening. So if you need fuel, they will be open again tomorrow morning. As soon as we have somebody on site to run the fuel station, we will make the announcement. Again, fuel has been closed. My apologies for not saying anything about that earlier as we were dealing with several things up here in the tower. So if it inconvenienced anyone, again, my apologies. We will announce when fuel is open tomorrow morning.
Giving up your dreams to your silly demons. We're diamonds in the dust, so why can't you see it? Keep getting under your thick skin, trying on and on, building a nest in your weaknesses. Swimming around in your bloodstream, can't make it stop. Oh, I just need to tell you that. Oh, don't
100 separates him. Advantage. Siegel, Winlight. Gonna come on for Siegel 24, get behind to go dead on 6, 30 total. Shook 34, take 19 to be under by 23 thousandths. It comes up 4 thou shy. He didn't have room to operate. Siegel locked him out with a 30 total pack. Siegel will come back tomorrow for round 4 with the Willy Wagon. Just saw the first Shook, now Brian Shook coming up in the wheel standing S10 Blazer, 680 dial-in, 631 for Kevin Mendenhall on the square body S10 pickup truck. One bow separates these two on reaction time. Winlight going to come on left-hand side. Mendenhall down on the island with a 5. Brian Shook take 44 and be under by 38. He'd take 6 thou or less. Winlight, Kevin Mendenhall. Drew Chris Nason in the Noisy Business Nova, 618 dial and 597 for Austin Logan, left side. Chris Nason, a painful 1 thou red, 008 for Logan. And Logan lets out of the gas early. Oh, Jude is just going to want to drive it into the dirt. 618 with a 6 on a 618 after a 001 heartbreaker. That's like pouring salt in the wound. Attention in the bits, attention to the bits. At this time, I will take Footbrake and no box doubles. Footbrake and no box doubles to the lanes, please. Footbrake and no box doubles. Final call, round 3. Footbrake and no box doubles. Footbrake and no box doubles. Next one, Logan. We just saw Austin Logan. Now Travis up next, left side. 599 dial-in, 979 for the pickup truck. Fourth thou separates him. Advantage. Logan, Winlight. Logan on the brakes. Logan, 034, gives it back, 51, never got there, and Mike Willard did about as best as he could considering the difference there. Under by 6 thousandths and had a fighting chance in a 9-second pickup truck. Page Short, Ryan Snipes next. Snipes on the S10 pickup truck, 625 dial-in right side, 711 for Page Short in the S10 left side. Once again, my final call for no box and Footbrake. Final call, no box and Footbrake. I need round 3 doubles as well as final call for no box and Footbrake. Page Short, better reaction time left side. Short with the win. 19, take 30 to be 1 above 5. 34 total. Ryan misses it, puts it 1 above 4. No good. Comes up 30,000 shy. Winlight, Page Short. Mike, I'm not a crook up next. Oviedo, Florida-based Tesla. This is the Jeff Grafton Tesla. 760 dial, and he'll give the slight head start from Dylan McNichol. McNichol now out of the Junior Street ranks in the 77 Trans Am. This is the ex-Mike Nuttall Trans Am for those of you that used to race at Moroso on the East Coast. 735 dial-in for Dylan McNichol. Separated by 100th on the reaction time, and the double breakout swings to Mike Crook. 49, take a thou. To be under by 7 thou. McNichol, 59 and under by 16 thou. 9 thou margin of victory on the double breakout. Good drag race. Winlight goes to Mike Crook. The Silent Killer will come back for round number 4. Chris Stevenson still doubled. Lost his first entry, now coming around on the second entry. Nice with Michael Duff, and he loses the second one. 005 red, and he is going to need a puke bucket. Michael Duff, 128 green and 2 above for a 151 win light. Stevenson is 005 dead 6 after losing to Gage Birch with 26 total. Stevenson is 005 red, came in with 2 entries and leaves with 0. Attention in the bits, attention in the bits. I will take box store cars, round number 3 to lanes 1 and 2, please. Box store cars, round number 3 lanes 1 and 2, please. Box store cars, round number 3 lanes 1 and 2. Mike Zulu and Taylor Profile. 100 separates them on the reaction time advantage. Left side, wind light comes on right side as Taylor almost makes it a tie. Both drivers. Not the stellarist on the Christmas tree. Taylor 1 above. Mike Zero 2 above. 0, 0, 0, 3. 3/10,000th margin of victory goes to Taylor. Mike Zero the better reaction time, but 2 above the dial and gave Taylor just enough room to squeak ahead. 3/10,000th margin of victory. That's about 3 inches. Phil Combs Jr. The foot-braking S10 out of Kentucky, left side, $618, $605 for Eric Obel out of Loxahatchee, the first year of the Fox Mustang, 1979 model, $605 dial-in for him. He'll give chase. $005 red for Phil Combs, 008 green for Eric. And Eric lights it up 300ths above. Phil is under by 31 thousandths. Aaron Reynolds and Mike Greiner next. Greiner in the Pennsylvania-made small tire 70 Chevelle, 573 dial, and he swings to Aaron, start to Reynolds. Aaron left side. The S10 pickup truck out of Space Coast Speed and Custom 621 dial in. Aaron turns at 6-star red. If he didn't do it, Mike was going to do it right behind him. Mike dead on the dial. Aaron, 602, 621. William Buer coming up next on the right-hand side. Actually, that is Curtis Peak. My apologies. Yep. Curtis Peak in the extended cab S10 pickup truck, 657 dial-in, 628 for Rick Carker, the drop-top Falcon. Fairly unique race car left-hand side out of Wisconsin. He'll give chase. Peak goes first. Once again, box store cars in each and now, please. Round 3 lanes 1 and 2. Box store cars in each and now. Win light Rick Carker. 10 on the tree, 1 above the dial, and puts together 25 total. Curtis Peak misses it, puts it dead on the dial with a 0, and comes up 19 thou short. We'll see Curtis back around in the junior for round 3. Major Clark and TJ Cook as another pair of S10s hit the starting line. Major Clark out of Rittman, Ohio, 686 dial-in, 709 the dial-in for TJ Cook in the big tire pickup truck right side. He gets to go first. Fourth out separates him on a couple of green light reaction times advantage right side. Win light, Cook, 46, take 19 to be 1 above the dial-in. Major Clark behind by 19 thousandths at the stripe to be 3 above the dial-in. Win light, TJ Cook. Will Willard in the S10 pickup truck up next, 773 dial-in, 648 the dial-in for Carly Bryant. in the Holbrook Family Racing Operation 70 Nova out of Palmetto, Florida, in Duet Pool. She will give chase. Will goes first. And Carly will move on. 007 red for Willard, 004 green for Carly. And dead on the dial with a 5-9 pack total for Carly Bryant. She was ready. Will Willard is 007 red and also dead on the dial with a 6. Gage Birch coming around on his double, trying to keep both entries alive. 607 dial in on the Palmetto, Florida-based Mustang. Seth Phillips, the Virginia-based Mustang, 2 right side, trying to stop him with a 639 dial in. And Phillips has a chance. 4th out separates him. Win like Gage Birch and a double breakout. Gage 43, 15th out behind on the drop. And Seth doesn't catch it and breaks out by 13 thousandths. Gage under by 2 thou. Gage will keep the double alive to round number 4. Stop me if you've heard that before. Zach Holmes and Brandon Michaels back around on their second entries. Brandon trying to keep one of his alive as he lost the first one, coming around out 716. Zach won his first one, trying to keep both alive on the 623. 7th thou separates him. Advantage. Animal. Win light. Animal. Wow. Animal. 029, one above 5, taking 4 thou of stripe. Right side drops the anchor to go 1 above the dial and comes up 43 10,000 short. Good drag race right there. Win light will come on the opposite side. Once again, my absolute last and final call for no box and Footbrake. Last and final call for Footbox and no break. We are down to a couple of cars left. Box door cars, round 3, I need you. Box door cars, round 3, I need you, please. Tim Howes and Nathan Mendenhall. Mendenhall in the pickup truck. Howes in the Camaro. 4th out separates him on this one. Advantage Tim Howes in the 3rd gen. Win light. Gonna come on the opposite side. Mendenhall 45 drops to get behind and go dead on the dial with a 5. Tim Howes 41, take 15 to be under by 6 thousandths. Need to take 9 or less. Good driving job at the finish line, just not good enough. Win light swings to Mendenhall. Second entry for a couple of pretty stellar racers, Daniel Young and Taylor Profile. Profile on the S10 right side, 614, 642 for Daniel Young left side. One of them going to give up an entry right here. And looking like Daniel Young in control on this one, win light. Going to come on for Daniel Young, 23, take 23 to be 2 above the dial, and Taylor drives him to the first cone and drops the anchor to go 2 above the dial in at 102 miles an hour, but not good enough. He missed the tree, and Daniel Young made him pay for it. That'll bring up your legal buyer on Paul Allen, who was trips at perfect reaction time last round. The 72 Maverick out of Middleburg, Florida, dialed 691, and he will move the 2 girls garage entry on to round number 4. 8,000's under the dial-in, and that'll get him to round 4 action tomorrow morning. John Beecher Jr. and Robert Ledbetter next. Ledbetter in deep trouble on this one. Beecher left side, better reaction time. And Beecher's going to get the win, 005. One above the dial-in. Ledbetter, his 4th straight. 594 on the dial-in, and unfortunately comes in a losing effort. Billy Bossack must not have confined with him on the best use of his trans brake. And unfortunately, Ledbetter is done for the evening. Eric Meadow coming up next, our first motorcycle on the box side. Valrigo, Florida-based, 599 dial-in right side. Mark Teskowski in the 89 Camaro out of Pennsylvania, 587 dial-in. One bell separates them on reaction time. Who has the dial-in figured out? Scooter does. 601 on the 599, 2 above. Mark goes 4 above the dial-in. 19 down margin of victory goes to the motorcycle. Oscar Cullen and Steve Breakstone. Breakstone on the bike, 556 dial-in, 612 for the S10 of Oscar left side. He gets to go first. 18 thou separates them. Neither wants to win. The win line will go to the motorcycle, though. He gets around the better reaction time by 10 thousandths. Breakstone, 557 on the 556. Oscar, 615 on the 612. Van Dishon coming up next. 2 thou separates him and Matt Daddis in the wheel standing Grand Am advantage. Daddis, win light, Daddis. Daddis puts 24 total on the window, 20 dead on the dial in 4. Dishon 22 has 2 thou to get there and instead drops to get 200ths above. 25 thou margin of victory goes to Matt Daddis. And we'll see him back tomorrow for round 4. Shannon Joseph on his first entry. Actually, Shannon Joseph in his only entry remaining. He was doubled last round. This is his last remaining entry. He lost the second one on the bye run on the final pass of round number 2. 536 dialing on the Nova right side. 595 the dialing for Travis Logan left side. Thou separates him advantage. Joseph Winlight comes on for Travis Logan. 25, take 18 to be above by 1. Joseph, better reaction time, but can't run the dial in. 4 off the number. Winlight, Travis Logan. Kurt Harrington and Joe Scala next. Harrington left-hand side, Schnedt dial 606. My favorite green Nova on the property. Joe Scala. Scalamander dials in 609. Scala will get the red light victory. 10 on the tree. And 2 thou under, he's ready for round number 4. Kurt Harrington is 13 thou red. Attention in the bits, attention to bits. I will take Dragsters round 3, Dragsters round 3. Remember, we will call doubles separately. Dragsters round 3, Dragsters round 3. I will take you now, please. Dragsters round 3. Dragsters round 3. I will take you now, please. Rob Burschmeider, the Pennsylvania-based Monte Carlo, the wheel standing left side, 605 dialing, 603 for Matthew Ferrer out of Palmetto, Florida in the S10. Nearly a heads-up starting line, 200 separated. Monte Carlo goes first. 7 thou separates them. Advantage Monte Carlo, win light. Monte Carlo 14, take 23 to be 1 above. Ferrero 2 above. Win light. Burschmeider. He'll come back for round number 4. Scott Travers and Michael Carpenter, a couple of Bradenton Motorsports Park regulars on the starting line. And a couple of Vegas as well. 604 dialing for Michael Carpenter in the Vega wagon. Scott Travers in the 71 Vega coupe. Small block power on board for both of them. 700 separate the dial-ins. Travers gets to go first in the SRQ and SNS Motorsports backed Vega right side. Travers 002 and gives up the stripe. Carpenter 021 after the huge wheel stand. .021 takes 7 to be dead on 9, 30 total. Right hand side 002 and can't run the dial, and Travers is 4 above and gets 7 thou behind. Bubba Browning and Pete DeNovo. Couple of very cool looking Chevy 2, 607 dial on left side, 573 dial on right side. 12 thou separates some advantage. Browning left side, win light. turn them on for Pete DeNova. 29, take a foul to go one above. Browning 17, 2 off the number. 0-0-1-7, 17, 10 thousandths margin of victory in a close matchup. DeNova will come back. And whatever tire he's running will stay in business as he does big burnouts. Once again, I'm looking for Dragsters. Dragsters, round 3. I need you now, please. Dragsters, round 3. Remember, door cars I will call doubles separately. Bill Angel in the Pro Mod wing-equipped Ultimate Cutlass, 490 dial and Alfredo Collin in the 3rd Gen Camaro. 4th out, separates some advantage. Angel left side, win light. Turn it on for Angel, 20, take 5 to be 3 above. Alfredo, 24, and also 3 above. 57 10 thousandths of a second margin of victory. Bill Angel gets the win. Once again, my final call for door cars. Remember, I will call doubles separately. Box door cars, round 3. I will call doubles separately. I also need dragsters, please. Dragsters, round 3. Dragsters, round 3. Luke David on the two-wheeler and Missy Goodman on the Mustang. Missy with the better time on the Mustang. And Missy will get the win. 028, take enough to be 1 above the dial, and Luke 3 above the dial. Mike Bell Jr. next. Ledford goes first. Bell getting chase on an 8th out. Better reaction time. Win light will come on for Harold Bell. 17, take 8 to be 1 above. Ledford, 1 above. Comes down to the reaction time exactly. 8th out difference on the reaction time. 8th out at the stripe. Randy Holbrook and John Scott next. Scott in the Escape Vega out of Pennsylvania, 592 dialing, 556 to dialing for Randy Holbrook. In the that's not a 1970 Chevy. That is a Chevy Lumina, my apologies. Randy Holbrook normally doubling the Chevy Nova with Carly Bryant, now wheeling the family Lumina. This one is all Randy Holbrook. John Scott misses it. And Holbrook will take the win. 18, take plenty to be above by 2. Scott, also 2 above. Once again, Dragsters, round 3, I need you now, please. Dragsters, round 3, I need you now. Matt Valet coming up in the 57 Chevy wagon left side, 693 dialing, 558 for Dean Moore on the motorcycle. Matching 007 reaction times. Who got the win light? Come on for the wagon. 007 takes 16 to be above by 2. Dean Moore above by 4. Matt Valet comes back with the win, and he will come back tomorrow morning for round number 4. Roy Hagedorn still keeping it alive in the Mockney Family Racing Mustang. 631 dialing left side, 561 for Samuel Parrish in the motorcycle. How ironic. Hagedorn, the man who pretty much made his name riding two-wheelers, now staging up against one in a car with doors. He gets to go first by 7/10 of a second. Holds 400ths of a second, better reaction time over Parrish. Win line will go to Samuel Parrish. Hagedorn, 21, takes 73 to be under by 16 thousandths. Samuel, 61 and drops to go one above the dial-in. Once again, drivers, after round number 3 tonight, you can put them in the box. We will pick up round number 4 tomorrow. Yes, we know what the weather forecast says. We look at 7 different phones and 7 different apps and get 7 different weather solutions. It was supposed to be completely great today, and we had almost 4 hours of downtime. So we're going to do our best to continue this race tomorrow and get it completed, and then we will make a decision based on the remaining 2 events. So on hold here for just a minute. Again, this is a light sprinkle. So as soon as we get the all clear and everything checks out okay, we will get right back after it. So stand by. All right, door car drivers, load back up, please. Dragsters at the front of the lanes, load up, please. We are dry. Track has been checked. We're going to get right back after it. Will Ias and John Siegel next. Siegel in the wheelie wagon. On his second entry at Riverview, Florida, he got his no box entry through, trying to get the box entry through. 559 Dylan, 584 for Slick Willie. Behind the wheel of father, Bill Ias's Camaro. He gets to go first on the dial-in difference by a half a light bulb, 25 hundredths of a second here. Separated advantage, High House win light. Comes on for High House, 006. One above two, 18 total for Will High House. Siegel is 26 and drops to go one above the dial-in. So Siegel will come back with an entry, and Slick Willie will come back with an entry for round number 4. Michael Sullivan and Maverick Palmatier next. Michael Sullivan left side in the S10. Maverick Palmatier right side in the S10. 596 Dylan right side, 633 Dylan for Sullivan left side. Better reaction time goes to Palmatier win light. Will come on for Sullivan. Sullivan 49, takes 17 to be dead on the dial in 9. Maverick 4 above the dial and can't get there. Sullivan will get that victory. All right, so we have reports of a little bit of a sprinkle at the top end. As trying to get our last couple of door car entries on the racetrack, and unfortunately we once again have a little bit of drizzle, so we're going to put the red lights on. Make sure we are okay here before we send any more contestants.
get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going. I get to it off the runway. Different incomes, not one way. Living life on a one way. I knew this would happen someday. You can ask my day one day. Cloudy days turn to sun rays. Only way to way up way. Know my way, know my feng shui. I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going. Different summer, different car keys. I'm the life of the party. Might buy a bike like a Harley. Totally do so gnarly. God got me, can't harm me. I got armor and an army. Battle scars, battle smartly. Just forever like a Sharpie. I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going. 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 Never going. The sky's so far away tonight, but I can't lose this one. Got a pride of a falling night. Thought that I was fit to fight for us to be. You gave me life for loving me. Tell me where did we go so wrong?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so it looks like we are starting to get drizzle a little bit harder at the top end of the racetrack, so I believe that is going to do us for the evening. So we are going to put a pin in it. We're going to pause and come back tomorrow. Boxing round 3, the first 3 pairs that were all matched up. We will get you back in line tomorrow to complete that. We will pick up the remainder of the box cars and then get into round 3 of dragsters, followed by the doubles, and then we will get into juniors. So that is the game plan. As I mentioned earlier, we were going to try to get into round number 4 of no box. So Novak, you will not be first thing out of the gate. We will attempt to pick up in round number 3 of box eliminator based on where we left off at 8:30 tomorrow morning. So everybody, thank you so much for bearing with us. Unfortunately, Mother Nature has once again shown her dominance. So tonight we are done. We will come back tomorrow morning and get things started at 8:30. Keep in mind, RFC Chapel service tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. under the big white tent on the west side of the racetrack. Please make sure you go and visit them for the good word on Sunday morning, our final Sunday morning of 2024. On behalf of all of us here at the 10th anniversary of the New Year Nationals, brought to us by Gaspar Body and Paint on Wright Trailers Saturday. Here at Bradenton Motorsports Park, from all of us at RT Promotions and BMP, we thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you being here. For all of you on Motor Mania, thank you for tuning in for a late night of action. Hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit sunnier. We'll see how it all works out. We'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll try it one more time. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good rest of your evening.
Routine maintenance is important for trailer safety and longevity. We encourage you to keep your trailer in shape. Wright Trailers in-house service department not only specialize in trailer service-related needs, it hosts an in-house fabrications department engineering any trailer-related ideas and bringing your ideas to life. If you are in need of trailer maintenance or have a modification that needs to be engineered, don't hesitate to call 833-31-WRIGHT.
Well, that's a wrap for tonight. Okay. They did their best. You know, I thought that they did an outstanding job. You should see my dog is just like going crazy. She knows I'm signing off. And she's like, oh, can we play? Anyway, yeah, so this is the end of what we can do today. They do have a curfew, a very strict curfew here at Bradenton, and they were pushing that, but they and then when the final shower came in, that was just all they could do. Okay, congratulations to Jordan Denny. Jordan Denny was the winner of last night's Age Out shootout. They had a 32-car shootout. It was like an invitational thing of all the kids that were aging out this year that are participating. I don't know exactly how it was, if it was if they were tech cards were drawn or what. But Jordan Denny was the victor on that, and congratulations to him. He won 2K over that. Now they're saying that tomorrow, as soon as we get cars on track, I'm not as confident as he is about the 8:30, but I know that that's what they're shooting for, and we'll be ready for it should they get cars on track at 8:30. Okay, but at 8:30 they're going to begin with the no box or with the box cars that were in the lanes, and then we'll go. We only had a couple left, and then we'll go into the dragsters, and then the box doubles and the dragster doubles, and then go into the juniors. Not sure what's going on after that. You know, it's all in the Lord's hands, eh? You know, He's the one. So anyway, say your goodbyes to each other, and we will see you. We are shooting for 8:30 or 8:15, somewhere around there, tomorrow morning. But keep a weather eye, because it could be a little later, okay? So we will see you tomorrow.